would I take a old supercar or would I take the RS3? Hi guys, and welcome back, and welcome to what is a very grim and rainy day in England. So I thought the best car for these conditions is of course the 2017 Audi RS3. So here we go, the Audi RS3 is back on my channel. If any of you aren't aware, this is my long-term loan car from Audi. It has been absolutely incredible. I've been driving this car for roughly, I think it's 2 months now, which is absolutely crazy. It has been so much fun, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to share my thoughts on how it's been living with the car. I know a lot of people out there don't like the saloon as much as they like the Sportback. I think it's one of those things, when you see it in person, you're just like, that is a seriously good looking car. Today, it is a grim day, like I mentioned. I generally was gonna be taking the Audi R8 out today. The conditions are like they are. So I thought, I'm gonna take the RS3, I'm gonna make a video on the RS3. This car, in these kind of conditions, I think it will blow away many supercars. I'm not even joking. The car is running and you can see the daytime running lights are on. Just giving her a little bit of a warm up just before we set off. This is a very nice place to be. It is so comfortable in here. Oh, this Alcantara. The virtual cockpit, like I always mention, I'm just absolutely obsessed with it. It is just so cool. And the things that you can do with it, the Google Earth, it's currently not on Google Earth, but you can change that. I think you just press view. Oh look, we got that. See, I learn things every single day with this car. I didn't even know that existed. So I got this car at 1,000 miles and it's now nearly on 4,000 miles. That's how many miles I have done with this RS3. Just been driving it the whole time. So like I mentioned, the roads are really wet and, oh, just cut off, engine start. Oh, we just turned it off. How do we turn that back on? I've even got used to knowing how to get the exact sort of crackles out of the exhaust. Listen. It's just a sudden blip. That is like a musical instrument. Okay, I'll stop being weird now. Let's go for a drive. Here we go. I just want to get a little bit of noise. I do like the sound of it. It does sound really good. I've had so many questions about this car, what it's like to drive, what it's like to live with. Is it worth £60,000? Is it better day to day than a supercar? It's classic English weather. I'm like, oh, it's absolutely chucking it down with rain. The sun has come out. I forgot my sunglasses and I feel blinded. Let's talk about the price tag. This car new, or this exact car, is £60,000. It comes with many options. It comes with the ceramic brakes, which is a 4,800, 4,900 option. People have been asking, is it worth that? The performance you're getting out of it is seriously impressive, because these kind of cars, the everyday RS3 and all its rivals around it, they're getting quicker and quicker. And they are getting closer and closer, you see I'm going with this one, to supercars. And a fact which I've mentioned before is that this car is quicker than an old gen R8. And it takes your head to get around that. I drove a Mercedes C63 Edition 1 on the drag race, which we did recently against the BMW M4. I was like, how much is this all kitted out, by the way? And it was like, oh, 93 grand. I was like, 93 grand? If that's 93 grand, that makes the RS3 look really cheap. You could go out and buy an old Gen R8. It's gonna cost you similar to this, and what would I take? Would I take a old supercar or would I take the RS3? We're not talking new supercar here, we're talking an older supercar, like, you know, 5-6 years ago. I would take this, and I tell you why I would take this. It's because of practicality, and back then you would be thinking, oh yeah, I'll take the R8, oh it's so much quicker. No, times have changed. Times have changed big time, and this is quicker. Not only that this is quicker, this has all the practicality. You're probably going to spend a lot less on sort of servicing. Reliability comes into it. Night and day, always going to be more reliable. Only have to look at when we did the Corvette versus A45 drag race, and the A45 just lost. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that. This in a drag race against the Corvette, this should win. Okay, obviously the Corvette, debatable whether it is a supercar. I am well aware of that. But let's talk about supercar looks, etc. But then if we go to Ferrari California, if we go to a 911 Turbo, all these kind of supercars, the older ones, this is quicker and this is your better bet. It just is better. It's an all-round better option. Okay, you don't get the whole dramatic looks. Okay, so I've just stopped off at a petrol station, but I just wanted to show you the car when I got out, because I just looked at it and I was like, it just looks pretty cool. It's already dirty because the back roads are a little bit dirty around here. When it's stopped in a petrol station, people do look at it just because they sort of think it's a little bit different, especially the saloon shape. How aggressive does that look there? It really does look cool. And then if you don't already realise, I'll just jump out the way, but these exhausts are absolutely massive. And if you want to put your fist in, you can, very easily, but I'm going to burn my hand knowing me. One of the best bits when you jump back in the car is the start up. So many people turn their heads when they hear this. You start it up, it goes boom. But it's probably not going to do it now. Now I say it's typical. You got the idea. I'll actually say something quite funny actually. You might not find it funny, but I think it's quite funny. I'm so used to the ceramic brakes from this and also the R8 that I'm too used to them, because I jumped back in the A45, went to a roundabout, I couldn't stop. I really want to take this round a track. I'm not sure Audi are going to be too keen on the idea, because the handling of it and the braking is so impressive. So I'm now back in the Audi RS3, the daytime running lights looking absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this car, and so many people will be saying, you're so biased, blah, blah, blah. This is my own personal opinion. I hope some of you guys get a chance to drive one of these one day and you will know exactly what I mean. I hope it also made sense, me saying that I think this is better than a lot of supercars. To clear things up, I think this is better than a lot of older supercars. And this is when things are about to get a lot louder. Look at those reflections coming off. Look, I'm gonna wave, can you see me? Ta-da. I'm waving. Yeah, the reflection's absolutely mad. That sounds good. We now have both of the cars lined up together. The R8 is going to be a lot quieter. Give it about 10 seconds and then it will die down. That's one thing that is a lot more extreme, let's say. Let's get going quieter, quieter. Is that as quiet as it's going to go? There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, so it's loud. Check that out. That is just so cool and such an amazing sight to see them side by side. Oh, I love the lights on the front, the xenons, and they shine. I wonder what people think when they see this car with the xenons and the low stance coming up behind them. They see a purple chrome and then they see a guy driving. They're probably expecting to see a girl, aren't they? Let's be honest. This is when things get a little bit louder. And this is one of the reasons why I enjoy not driving this car all of the time, because when you jump back in it, it's an occasion, and that is how you want it to be. So when people do ask me the question, why don't you daily the R8? Because I want to get in it and I want to hear noises like this and it be an occasion. What is nice is just having the familiarity. I knew saying that word was going to be hard work, and it was. The familiarity, see, I couldn't say it again, of both of the cars, because you jump out of one, jump into the other, and everything sort of just feels the same. One big difference, not just the speed difference, because the speed difference is a big difference, is fuel. This is really bad. Like, I have it in performance mode now, but even if I'm in comfort, etc., it's really not great. And that that's going to happen. You're going to buy a V10 supercar, what do you expect? Practicality, the R8 isn't amazing. A supercar is not your practical car solely because 2 seats, you can't get much in these in terms of whatever you take. Like if you're going to take a bag, it's going to be a pretty small bag because you're going to have to put it in the passenger side. But if you've got a passenger, they're going to have to hold your bag if it's a big bag. And talking a lot about bags here. So I just pulled over to move a couple of camera angles around, and I found this very cool long road. And I just thought the car looked really cool, just parked here, the kind of scenery and things like that. You might think I'm totally wrong. I just thought it was just really sort of nice place to get a couple of Instagram photos. Today's video, I hope you have enjoyed it. Obviously the RS3 is so much fun, and I've just been spending some time in the Audi R8. I've just been doing a lot of motorway miles today, hence why I haven't filmed as much in this car. I've got an obsession, I've got a very weird obsession in fact, with the Xenons on this car, but just listen to it on tick over. It's just, oh, it's really weird to even think that I'm going to be jumping back in that car and that is mine. It's hard to sort of take in. It's sort of times like this in a quiet environment where you look at it, you just go, wow. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's going to be so much more content coming up with both of the cars. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon.